Aiden Ross, he's banned, and it's somewhat sad, but not really, because I mean now we can go to Kick. I guess that's a win, right? One thing I will say though is that I am a little upset with Aiden because of the way he's just kind of just been responding to everything. It's almost as if like for every action there's a reaction, and he's proving Newton's third law to be exactly that. Aiden Ross, he's unfortunately banned from Twitch, which was anticipated, much anticipated from Aiden himself.
So my team and I, we've been thinking of some workarounds. We've been thinking of like stuff that we can do to basically block this off and basically move past us. And we got some stuff in the works. But I'm just here to let you guys know I don't really care. Honestly, at this point, I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm going to do what I want to do. And I'm going to believe what I want to believe. You know, and that's the freedom of being a human being.
Kind of saw it coming since he was associating himself with Kick, and obviously Twitch probably didn't like that. Considering that little fact, I'm pretty sure that he also got banned for almost everything else that he's been doing lately. So if you guys don't know what he's been doing lately, he's just been, you know, being irresponsible, setting a bad example for Twitch themselves. He's promoting porn, making a lot of sexist remarks, streaming the Super Bowl. Like he's kind of getting out of hand with a lot of this stuff. And honestly, I don't know if this is all planned out or if he's intentionally making real viral moments so he can promote Kick in the process. Because if you ask me, I feel like almost everything he's been doing as of late, it's just been more of a viral moment. Because believe it or not, he's been promoting Kick a lot more, and I've been seeing that brand more and more. After all, these streamers know what they're doing when it comes to creating viral content. So of course, Aiden Ross, being a very big streamer, he knows how to create that viral moment, and obviously it lands in your lap. You look at it and you see the brand Kick that's associated with that viral video. He's putting Kick on the map more and more. Or you know what it could be? It could just be that he's just probably super unhinged, very unhinged, and it's all due to outside influences that are influencing him to do these kinds of acts. Like for instance, everybody knows that he's been associated more and more with Andrew Tate ever since Tate came back.
Oh my God. Reunited and it feels so good.
Certainly been a while.
Reunited and it feels so good.
Aiden, what are you doing with your life?
Come on, bro. Already off the jump? You don't want to catch up?
What's the point in catching up with you when I basically know the answer? You're sitting in Miami doing hedonistic bullshit, consuming casual narcotics. When's the last time you donated money to anybody, Aiden? When's the last time you helped somebody?
What the fuck? I mean, I don't know.
You don't help anyone. No, you don't help anyone but the fucking local drug dealer.
Because ever since Andrew Tate came back into his life, Aiden Ross has developed like this very unhinged, very flamboyant style of streaming. Because if you guys know Aiden Ross, he ended up breaking up with his girlfriend Pammy, who is apparently doing OnlyFans now, and ever since then he's just been quite uneasy about the situation. And as we can see, Andrew is putting all of these ideas in Aiden's head, talking about that she's already had multiple partners already.
That's what girls say when there's fucking someone else. People outgrow each other. It's not you, it's me. You know what? You're a really good friend. I don't see you that way. Once they have a new cock to gobble on, that's usually what happens. So who does she fuck? Do you know yet? Did you even find out? Oh yeah, she left you to be by herself. She left you to sit at home alone and watch TV. Yeah, 100%. 100% that's why she left you, G. She left you because she just really wanted to sit at home by herself, not to run around with some other dude. You're totally right. She's a good person. She's different than all the rest. Completely agree. She ain't fucking nobody. Don't worry, you can sleep just fine at night. Maybe you should text her when you're lonely. Send her a text. She might text back this time. She's definitely not with some dude. You know all those other times she didn't reply? She was tired. She was asleep. Don't worry about it. This time she might text back. Miss you too. Wish we could have worked out. There's not some dude like me sitting next to her laughing at your messages.
But I would say that he's probably just a small fraction of it. There's probably other people as well that are influencing Aiden Ross. And another thing that I'm disappointed with Aiden is that he ended up losing one of his major income sources, Twitch. Twitch banned him, and now he doesn't have that income source anymore. And one of the things that I kind of learned throughout the years, and especially hearing other people, it's kind of like this phrase, you know, you don't want your bank account to add or subtract. You want your bank account to multiply and divide, which he just lost a major income source, which he ended up subtracting. So, but I mean, you can say that he ended up developing this deal with Kick because it seems like that deal with Kick is going to go through.
Well, everybody's on pins and needles across the country.
You shut your ass up, you egghead ass nigga. You ain't winning shit, nigga.
Apparently he ended up copying this like scene with LeBron James, according to Jamari. Another thing with Aiden Ross is that he's been given a lot of underdeveloped thoughts, and that is absolutely detrimental to his reputation. And the reason why is because you're gonna say a lot of outlandish stuff that probably isn't supported by any credible institution. And so when you say that stuff, you kind of come off as ignorant. I will say this though, he's only 22, and even as a 22-year-old, you're not even all that fully there yet. So of course he's going to be saying a lot of underdeveloped thoughts and ideas, especially when he's not even going to school or was academically trained to critically think.
And he came into the conversation, he's like, what's Palestine?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know what that meant, but I know what it means now. I did my research and shit. Bro, listen, you guys gotta understand. In school, I was not that dumb of a kid. I graduated with like a 2.4, I think. 2.5, 2.4, some shit. I forgot.
And I know that there's really huge social figures like Ludwig and Moist Critical that are talking about how Aiden Ross ended up asking a question about grape.
Your eye there. You know what I'm saying?
Train,
Keep your eye on every
I have a
corner.
question. Can guys get raped?
Yes.
Guys can get raped?
Yes.
Can you give me an example?
It works the exact same way. It just, right? Like,
Why is he pushing back?
It's baffling that even needed an explanation for him. And the fact that he even got combative about it, like, give me an example, is super concerning. You can hear Train is also surprised and stunned, like, what? Like, you can't be serious. But this is, again, just only another small piece of how off the rails this stream went.
Just in case you're wondering, yes, men can also be raped. It seems that males commit a little more of the crime than females do. However, it is males that are the majority. And I just thought that was pretty interesting for you guys to know. Like, to me, that's not a stupid question. Like, again, like, considering the fact that he's probably not academically trained, for him to ask that question and have like some sort of pushback, I believe that's normal. Not everybody's gonna know these answers, and you know, man, like, you were young at one point, you were doing some crazy stupid stuff too, saying some insane stuff. Remember Jaden Smith when he said that whole political, like, oh my gosh, dude.
I look and I go around sometimes and I hang out with other people that are my age, and they're just kind of just selfie. I'm just like, dude, like, oh my god, like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now?
After listening to that, one would assume that Jaden Smith was born at the very tip of a really high tree and hit every branch down on his way to the floor. Another thing that Aiden has been saying is this whole idea of like there's only two genders. I think what he's trying to say is that there's only two sexes. That there's only two sexes, a male and a female. So I think he's using gender and sex interchangeably and doesn't really know the difference between the two terms.
I made a tweet yesterday, okay? And let me show you the tweet really quick. I made a tweet and I said there are only two genders, and it did crazy numbers, okay? It got a lot of likes and a lot of retweets. And they also agree with me that there's only two genders, male and female. When people are trans, they transfer from a male to a female, or male to a or male to a female, or female to a male. When you're doing a gender reveal party, okay? It's either a purple or a blue powder that squirts out, right? It's not a fucking red one or a you know, a fucking yellow one. It's either purple or blue. Or sorry, blue or pink, whatever it is.
But whatever the case is, it doesn't really seem like it's working out for Aiden, because Aiden is just terminating so many relationships, terminating assets like Twitch. That was his biggest one. And this is one of the reasons why I highly encourage you guys to learn how to do reading comprehension, learn psychology, learn philosophy, because a lot of this stuff it can equip you to see a lot of the bullshit around you. And unfortunately, Aiden, he's not well equipped to handle all of this stuff. Of course, later on in the future, when he's a lot older, he's going to be able to set boundaries. But by then, it's already going to be too late. He's already terminated so many relationships, so many assets. He's going to lose a lot more before he gains. And that's pretty much it. I did end up making a video about him and like his whole like porn situation, about how like he ended up inadvertently promoting porn to about like 85,000 people. And probably even more beyond that, because there's going to be people talking about it. And yeah, man, that's all I got for you guys. So yeah, hopefully you guys learned something today.